What is up, guys? It's DoubleWinning, and today I'm bringing you a Talon jungle gameplay commentary. And I know you guys are probably thinking, Talon jungle, like DW, what are you thinking? And I'm thinking I was gonna play Talon mid, and then this guy was like, no, but I really, really want mid. And I was like, alright, dude, I'll play Talon in the jungle. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So Talon jungle is not like completely unheard of. You know, I've seen Din do it a few times, and that's honestly really the only place I've seen it. But you can definitely do it if you can get a decent leash to start off with, and then you making sure that you're buying a little bit extra, you know, a little bit more health potions than you usually buy. It works out pretty well. And so I decided to go my Q to start here, just because I felt my rake was going to do, you know, 43 you know, times 2, so like 86 damage, but the Q is going to be an auto attack reset on a little bit lower cooldown. And I figured on the first buff, when I was going to get a little bit of a leash, I figured the AoE damage really didn't matter that much. And I mean, the difference between Q and W, I'm sure, are really, really small, but I just kind of felt like the auto attack reset was going to end up benefiting me quite a lot, since I believe you know, yeah, the 100 machete still adds auto attack damage here. So I get invaded by this Master Yi, and I'm kind of like, oh shoot, but I make sure to get my Q off on him, because I do bonus damage to champions. You know, it does the bleed damage. I call in Syndra. Syndra's like, oh, we got a Master Yi coming in our jingle jangles. I don't think so. So I throw out the rake, hit him with the very side of it, and then Syndra's about to pick up herself up some double buffs. She throws on the ignite for a little bit of that overkill, but it doesn't really matter because she's going to head back to lane with double buffs, so not having ignite is not that big of a deal. Unfortunately, though, with that invade, while I did manage to secure both my buffs, I am going to have to go back, I'm going to have to go back and go ahead and buy my items. I believe I get the Spirit Stone, and I believe I get some health potions, and I get a mana potion, because oh, and then one ward, because, you know, generally if someone's willing to invade once, they're probably going to be willing to invade again, so I wanted to make sure I got a ward, and I think I end up using it up top lane anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and farm here. Talon actually farms pretty well in the jungle. Once you get your first jungle item, even when you get your Spirit Stone, you jungle at a decent speed, but definitely once you get like your Elder Lizard, you actually farm at a pretty good rate, because you're going to be maxing your rake, and then if you rake, then you're going to set off the burn on the minions, and you're going to be able to do a pretty good amount of damage here. So I'm going to come down here, bot here for a gank. I'm coming in. I just got my cutthroat, so because I'm level 4. Dodge the little chompers. They get hit by the chompers. I'm like, okay, let's see if we can get something going here. I was waiting for them to flash before I used my ignite, or not my ignite, my cutthroat. And it ends up not being able to get a kill there. Then Master Yi comes in. They have a lot more health than us, so I'm just trying to throw a rake back to try and get some decent poke to see if, you know, if they want to dive, we can try and make something happen here. And then you know, we were kiting backwards and actually got to the point where, oh, maybe we can actually make something happen here. So I have red buff. I'm auto attacking Jinx, and then bam, Gragas blows me the hell up, because support Gragas apparently does 1,000,000 damage. And so I pretty much cried, and then I was like, oh dear, no, Lucian, please don't die, please don't die. And then he ends up getting himself a double kill, and then Fizz comes in and gets himself a double kill. So that was too bad. And then I believe Syndra, oh yeah, she pushed them back into the tower here. It's pretty sweet, yeah. That was pretty sick. But yeah, so the gank kind of went not as good as it could have gone, but, you know, it also wasn't as bad as it could have been, I suppose. So I go back, I get myself a longsword, get myself boots. I still haven't used my ward yet, and of course, you know, I bought another health potion. And you can see here, like, I cleared these camps decently fast right now, and you know, it only takes 2 rakes to kill the small camps, the little small minions, and then it's going to take, once I get the Lizard Elder, though, I'm going to clear those really fast, because I'll have the extra bonus damage on the minions, and then I'll do the burn as well. So I'm coming up here to gank this Yasuo. He's way overextended. He's pretty low health. It's going to be a pretty much a guaranteed kill here. So I'm going to throw out my rake. He's slowed. Cut the cutthroat on him. Get an auto attack. Get the Noxian Diplomacy or something like that, right? Yeah, Noxian Diplomacy, which is pretty funny, because it's not diplomacy. You're cutting them, and you're making them bleed. That's why it's Noxian Diplomacy, you see? Because, like, they're not diplomats. They like to kill people. Anyway, so moving on with this Talon jungle. I thought you guys might enjoy this gameplay. I thought it was really entertaining. I wish I would have gotten the live gameplay, because I was actually playing with the Lulu top in Skype, and it was a hilarious game. Like, I thought it was so funny, and I really wish I would have gotten a live gameplay commentary. but I was not recording because I didn't stream yesterday, which I do apologize. If you guys don't know my stream, it's over at twitch.tv/DoubleWinning. I stream basically Monday through Thursday, sometimes even Fridays, but I apologize that I did miss the stream on Thursday, or not Thursday, today's Thursday. I will be streaming today. I don't know for how long because I'm pretty dang tired, didn't get much sleep last night, but I didn't stream yesterday, Wednesday. And if I did and I got this game, it would have been definitely worth the highlight because the game was just so funny. But anyway, so I'm going to keep on farming here. I'm just trying to farm to get to my Elder Lizard here. I believe the Elder Lizard with these items is 940. So I'm kind of like, okay, let's just do one more camp. Survive, struggle, and then I'm going to go back, get myself my Lizard Elder, and then a health potion, of course, because, like I said, when you're playing Talon jungle, you need to make sure you're always getting health potions, just because he's not a natural jungler, so even with the jungle item, you know, giving you health and mana back, you still do need to get that extra sustain through a health potion. So I'm going to go do my red buff, but then I realized right here, so this is a quick little decision making here. I was going to go do my red buff because that's a no-brain thing, just like, oh, blah, 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 let's just play the game. But then I look at this and I realize, okay, Lulu's got her ulti, Lulu's got a flash, I'm communicating with him in Skype, he's saying, no, I think I can survive here. So if they decide to commit to this dive, I can come in and get a double kill pretty much. And if they don't decide to commit to this dive, they've already committed just a little bit, so I can probably pick up a kill here. So I'm going to come up, I don't have red buff, Master Yi has double buffs, I'm going to throw in the rake, and then I'm going to E forward, and so that's going to put the damage buff on him. He's slowed, so my auto attacks do extra damage. I've ulted, I've moved behind him, because I wanted to kind of position myself just a little bit, so if I wanted to go onto Yasuo after, then I could do that. He fires off the Q onto me, but then he's gonna die anyway, just because I've got that Noxian bleed on him, I've got the auto attack on him, and then we're going on the Yasuo, but you know, Yasuo is a little bit fast, but she throws on the little speed boost on me. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get you. There's nothing you can do. I'm gonna get you. I flash forward, use the Noxian, the cutthroat or whatever. Throw the rake out. I think I might have missed the rake, but it didn't really matter because I had double buffs from Master Yi. Threw off the auto attack, threw off the Q, and Yasuo is a dead man, putting me at 3, 1, and 2. And then I decide, all right, well, let me help you CS this wave here because you know I helped you survive that double kill, right? Or that double that 2v1. You know, words and stuff are pretty hard, but whatever. Yeah. So now I'm gonna go do my red buff. That was just a little good decision making. I thought that, you know, as a jungler, I don't jungle very often, so I usually make the wrong choice when it comes to those kind of things. But oh yeah, watch this case. Watch. Well, that was a bad example there because I messed up my rake. But either or, the rake should have pretty much just killed those wraiths in. The rake should have killed those mini wraiths in one rake, I believe, because it's like 105, you know, 150 damage basically, so 200 or 300 damage, and then I get the burn for 30 true damage over some time, and then I'm gonna go back here. I believe I get boots of mobility. I'm gonna work toward a brutalizer as well, so I might get long swords. I don't remember which one I get first. I might just get the long swords. Let's find out. Now I get boots mobility, and then I get long swords. Oh, I'm freaking rich! I can afford both. I forgot that they lowered the price for the boots of mobility. Boots of mobility is incredibly good on Talon because you're going to be wanting to jump around. You're going to be wanting to kill tons of people, and your ult is already on such a low cooldown that if you have such high mobility, you can just be jumping around the map, killing lanes over and over and over. So I'm kind of camping top here a little bit because this Yasuo is constantly overextending, and you can see he's not placing any wards. So it's pretty easy stuff here. I'm going to basically blow him up. There's really nothing he could do there. He instantly died. I probably didn't even need to ult there, but I really underestimated my damage. I remember checking at that point. Yasuo had like 98 AD, and I had 156 AD, and I was like, holy crap, I'm way ahead of him. Which, I mean, it makes sense because he has, what, 3,100 gold, and I have 4,200 gold. So yeah, I have a ton more gold than him, and you know, I'm getting snowballed, and so that's one thing though. As Talon jungle, you know, if you're not getting snowballed, you're probably gonna have a pretty bad time. Luckily though, he does farm pretty decently well with the Lizard Elder, but of course, when you're playing an assassin carry jungler like this, you're not really going for you know, farming it out. You know, you're trying to influence lane, get you know, blow people up, things like that. You know, and God bless UCJ, aka our Lucian, gets a nice triple kill down bot, and I was like, oh my god, is that him? Is that the real Lucian? And it was, in fact, the real Lucian. So we're gonna go ahead and push mid tower because Fizz is dead. There's nothing they can do. Then we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves some wraiths. See, that's what I mean. So I raked the wraiths, and then the burn damage killed them. Gonna go get the big wraith, get a ton of gold from that because I've got the Elder Lizard. And then we get a nice little fight going on here. I'm trying to kill the Master Yi, and I'm like, oh, no way does he live. Is he really going to live? Ah! And then my red buff. I think my red buff just expired, but a combination of my bleed, red buff, and the Spirit of the Lizard Elder killed him. Or maybe I didn't have red buff, and it was just the Lizard Elder. It was 34 true damage, and then my Q does 109 bleed damage over time there. So the dot was probably got him with the very last little chin hair of a tick, but you know, I got him, so it's all worth. I go ahead and take blue buff here. I think I take like every single blue buff from this Syndra. Luckily, she did go Athene, so she really didn't need the blue buff that much. And unfortunately for her, I really do need the blue buff because you can see I'm constantly running out of mana because I'm using my spells willy-nilly. But that's because I'm being effective with it. So I'm gonna keep farming here, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna. Oh, I think I come up to go kill this Talon, and then or not Talon. I'm Talon. Why would I want to kill myself? I'm sorry, guys. I've got problems. Got problems. No, I was going up to kill Yasuo, and then he left. So I was like, well, all right, well, fine. You know, you can just baby on out of here. And then I see Yasuo. I'm like, oh, you want to dance? You want to dance? Well, I don't really want to dance. And then so I get a little scared here. I'm running in the bush. I flash away. Fizz is like, I'm gonna kill you. And I'm like, oh no, God. And then the shark hits me. I'm like, rest in peace, Talon Areno. And then the shark, you know, chews me up. And then I'm like, all right, dude, you got this. But unfortunately, he fires off the Q while Fizz is on top of his pole. And I'm like, no. And so he pretty much is guaranteed dead here. So he's gonna slide through, do about a bajillion damage, and then we're gonna cry. And then Syndra's gonna miss her stun. She's gonna throw her ball out. She's gonna throw about a billion balls at Fizz, and I don't believe she even gets him. So Master Yi's gonna come in here. She fires the ult off on Fizz, kills him. I was wrong, but then Master Yi's gonna say, "I cannot be slowed," and then she tries her best to kite him, hitting him with about negative spells here because Master Yi's too fast. He's gonna fire the Q off, get some auto attacks, get the red buff off, and there's nothing really Master Yi's gonna do. But she finally did hit him with the ball, so congratulations on that, Syndra. And Lulu's going to port back up top, try and fight this Master Yi. Is it going to work out? Nope, Master Yi does about 1,000,000 move speed, and then he's going to flash in, go for the aggression. Master Yi's going to throw out the meditate. Yasuo's going to say, not today! And then I'm going to come in and blow this Yasuo up, because that's what friends do. You know, they blow Yasuo's up. Blow it. Come on, guys, come on. Let's be appropriate, alright? Blow Yasuo's up, come on. That's all I meant there. Anyway, gonna go ahead and get the Tiamat. I postponed the Brutalizer just because I was like, Tiamat would make farming so easy, because if you just rake, auto, you know, Q, you're gonna get double Tiamat, you know, and then use your Tiamat as well, so you have like 4 AoE things going off in the span of like 1 millisecond. So I felt like it was pretty good, and then plus, you know, Tiamat's a pretty cool item. So I don't end up making it into a blood. Ravenous Hydra, excuse me. But I am going to get the Brutalizer later, and I believe I get turn the Brutalizer into a Yumu's Ghostblade, just mostly for kind of the movement speed, and then you get a little bit of dueling power, you know, if you're going against someone you can't kill it. Oh, this Fizz was so thirsty, and so I throw out the Rake, throw out the damage amplifier, and then he just laughs at me, because he's like, I do have a troll pole, you know that, right? And I'm like, well, then see ya, nerds. And so I go ahead, and I jump on the lantern. I'm freaking out here, though, because I'm like, oh, I still want to do something, you know. Oh, maybe I can kill this Yasuo. And then I'm like, oh, God. Oh, this dragon's doing a lot of damage. The shark hits me. I'm like, oh, please take the dragon, 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 take the dragon. And then I get killed by the dragon. I was firing off a little bit of damage on the dragon there because my Elder Lizard would end up healing me against the dragon. You know, the damage I deal, you know, it heals, what, 6% of it? But it was not quite enough. And I was begging for them to tank the dragon, but it was not quite enough. Maybe, did I have Smite up? I probably did have Smite up, so maybe I could have smited the dragon early to try and use that as a survival tactic. Because what I would have done, 680 true damage, and I would have healed about 30-ish life. Maybe that would have been enough to save me. I don't know. Either way, I died. That was embarrassing. But luckily, you know, this is League of Legends, so I came back real quick. I go ahead and get myself a Brutalizer. I've got myself a Pink Ward, so you know, that kind of stuff won't happen again, because we'll slap down the Pink Ward, and I'll be like, oh no. And then I go ahead and clear myself some Wraiths, just because Talon clears Wraiths faster than I clean my face in the morning, because I'm really efficient at it. I don't know where these jokes come from, guys. I just kind of talk and words come out of my mouth. Anyway, I'm gonna go up, and I'm like, all right, Yasuo, you want to get this fight on? And then this is when I learned something cool about Windwall. So I throw out the Rake, throw out the damage amplifier, you know, trying to get my Q on him. put the Q on him. He's bleeding. I fire off the T-Mat. I use my ult, and then he wind walls it. And I'm like, what in the world? And so he actually, I think, managed to avoid all of my my ult damage there. And those sounds from the wind wall sound really cool when you're in slow motion. But it doesn't really matter because I'm pretty sure I have like a bajillion more gold than him, 7,000 to 5,000. So there's nothing really he was going to be able to do there. Plus, I had that Lizard Elder burning him with some true damage. He doesn't have any armor or anything like that. He just has a static shiv, and I have 3 items on him. So there was nothing he was going to do. He was 1-6 at the time. I was 5-3. And then Master Yi's actually going to dumpster me here. And I was like, holy sh... And then he used the meditate so he doesn't die from my bleed. If I would have dropped my ward in that bush, I would have won that fight because he had a slight advantage there in that fight. But he wouldn't have had that advantage if I would have warded the bush. So you live and you learn. I don't play Talon that often. Certainly do I not play Talon jungle, though Talon mechanics aren't really any different from when you play them jungle and when you play them in a solo lane, so that's no real excuse there. But you guys know I like Talon. If I wasn't going to play Fizz, I would probably play Talon. The only problem with Talon is he actually does get dumpstered in certain matchups. Fizz, you can pretty much always find a way to play around it. Also, this Fizz rushed Lichbane. This guy clearly hasn't checked out my video. Don't rush Lichbane. If you want more Fizz tips, bro, you can go check out my live stream, twitch.tv/DoubleWinning, where I play a lot of Fizz, and I try my best to explain matchups, explain map control, explain Fizz mechanics, explain builds, explain how to just, win, and explain how to step behind jinxes. And this was really funny. Okay, let me go ahead and turn on my Fog of War here. So I was like, you can't see me, even though this tower can clearly see me. But this is mostly just like, please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. And then these minions are like, whoa, what's this guy doing in our base? What is this guy doing in our base? I'm sorry! And then I left, and rip headphone users, because I've probably yelled into the mic about 5 million times this commentary. But I apologize. Either way, I'll go ahead and get myself a Yumu's Ghost Blade there, because it'll help me initiate faster. I can use the Yumu's Ghost Blade, run on in with my Boots 5, have about a bajillion movement speed, use my Cutthroat, use my W incorrectly, Q, and then I'm trying to find where this Yasuo is, and then I realize he's down here. Lulu's like, yo, help me, and then he didn't need help at all, and so I was like, well, thanks a lot for wasting my time, and yeah, so, yeah, just keep on pushing. This game doesn't have, well, actually, no, this game's got a little bit more time. This game was pretty much over for a while now, but, this was a normals game, so it takes forever to end the game, which is kind of frustrating. It's one of the reasons I like ranked. Everyone's more likely to be like, all right, like, let's pull the trigger. And I blow up this Master Yi, but Syndra comes in, does about approximately 45 damage, and gets the kill. Very much deserved by Syndra. Congratulations. It didn't really matter because I was going to die anyway, so it's probably good that she got the double buff. But, I like to put a little salt on my eggs and bacon before I eat them, so that's why I'm a little PJ Salt there. So, yeah, so we've got Yumu's Ghost Blade, Lizard Elder, Tiamat, Boots 5. We're working toward ourselves a Last Whisper just because as an AD assassin, you need to be doing any damage you can. So if that means building Last Whisper to penetrate even a little bit of armor, you do what you got to do. As an AD assassin, you're all about penetrating. You just love the penetration. You're really brutal. You really brutalize her with the penetration. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to do about 1.5 damage because I get exhausted. That was my opportunity probably for a triple kill. I don't think I could have killed all 4 of them. I probably could have gotten a triple kill, but I got exhausted and I felt real embarrassed. This Fizz is like, what the hell are you doing, Thresh? And Thresh is like, mama, no! And then he gets smacked in the face and he cries a little bit. I'm like, yo, dude, like, are you really crying? And he's like, yeah, I cried a little bit. And he's like, okay, that's okay, dude. I got my Last Whisper here. I think I have, like, the most gold in the game. No, I do not. I forgot that Lucian has 7,000 million kills. This game's gone on for about 19 years. So, he has a lot of kills. I don't even think you could get 17 million kills in 19 years. Could you? I don't know. Someone do the math on that. Either way, I'm just running around. I got Boots 5. I'm looking to kill someone. I'm throwing out rakes, trying to see if I can hear the damage. We don't have any lanes pushed here, so I'm like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and blow up this Jinx. I flash Cutthroat, get my ult off. Fizz is like, I can do the same thing. And I'm like, you have a Zhonya's Lichbane. You can't do shit. So, he can't. He has 75 farm, 8, 9. You cannot do Cannot do anything. So Jinx is going to go ahead and get a Banshee's Veil because, you know, the person that just blew her up does a ton of damage with magic. Kappa. So, you know, she'll have a fun time of dodging my my silence and my 9% damage amplification. So, good stuff, Jinx. Banshee's Veil will help a lot. You know, this pro soccer player is going to fire his ult off on Baron. I'm going to hit a really sick smite, aka I was off by like, I think I smited at like 700 health when my smite does 900 damage, but, you know, I don't jungle, so my smites are pretty poor. We're going to cut them off here, and we're like, yo, what the hell are you guys doing? I'm like, yo, this wooden ball is about to be down, son. And then I'm like, ugh, throw the rake out, blow this Yasuo up in about 1 second. I hit a nice 820 damage, and then they all disperse, so we're like, all right, well, let's just go ahead and push mid. I'm like, yo, guys, push mid, let's push mid, yo. There's my assist pings. I'm like, yo. Just like, let's do it. Like, we're so far ahead here. Let's just push this. We have Baron buff. That literally means we're probably like 20,000 gold worth of stats ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and ult here because I was a little scared. But once he gets polymorph, I'm like, all right, let's jump on in. You can see here I'm backing off because there's nothing I can do right now. I have no cooldown, so there's no reason for me to even be close right now. I'm gonna wait a few seconds. Once my cutthroat's up again, cutthroat is basically your 1 second window to kill anyone. If they're, you know, if you have your ult, kill anyone. If you don't have your ult, if they're already low, because that 1 second is silence in this game is so freaking strong. It'll save your life. So use the silence, and you can make sure you kill anyone. I cutthroat behind him, cutthroat behind the wind wall, so he can't do nothing. Gragas is gonna come hit me with his fat belly. I'm like, no, and I'm like, wait, Gragas, you want to fight something? Bam, smack him with the Noxian Diplomacy. Say, who did you vote for? You better have voted for Talon because you bleeding all over the floor now, because that's how we do it in Noxus. And then we're gonna go ahead and end the game here because we got a nice ace. So thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, comment. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Share it with your friends. Share it with your YouTube friends. I don't care. Share it with whoever you want. You know, tell your grandma, tell your wife. As always, guys, stay classy, keep winning. Check out my stream, twitch.tv/DoubleWinning. I live stream Monday through Thursdays, except for yesterday when I missed it, so I'm a straight up liar. But you know, we have ourselves a good time. We play a lot of ranked. You know, we do viewer games, and I guess you know, the game is gonna not show my victory screen, just like yesterday's video. I am really enjoying making these daily videos, though. Hopefully, I can continue doing this, probably on Saturday and Sundays. But you know, 5 videos a week would be really, really cool. So as always, guys, stay classy and keep winning.